Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion plays Spelunky. So, it's been a little while, I mean the videos have still been uploaded, basically on the daily. But, it's been a little while since I actually played an adventure of Spelunky that was not a daily challenge. If you've been watching the Northernlion Live Super Show, Josh, Nick, and I did 5 daily challenges on the Super Show this week, which is pretty impressive. And to be quite honest with you, again, not to toot my own horn, and I'm hopefully not going to spoil anything, but if you weren't watching them live, you should start watching them live, because it's a lot of fun. Yeah, on 3 of those daily challenges, 3 in a row, in fact, I ended up beating Olmec and getting a reasonably good score, which is not, you know, it's not beating Yama, it's not, you know, getting to the end of the game, essentially, or the absolute end of the game. Come on, come here, dog. But it is a remarkable degree of consistency, and, you know, scores in the $250,000 to $300,000 range. That's pretty good, in my opinion, at least. Oh, come on, we can do this. I know we can. Oh, one more try. We're taking a little bit too much time here. Yep, that was very close to hurting me. Yeah, and, you know, on one of those runs, I also did die to Yama, which is pretty impressive. Those videos may or may not ever find their way to YouTube, which is why I felt sort of okay about spoiling them. But that's just my way of saying, hey, you know, even though we might not necessarily always do well in the videos, I do feel like my Spelunky IQ is getting higher. Now, I feel like, you know, the prom queen or something, I'm constantly teasing the prospect of us actually getting to Yama and to Hell, but it only happens so irregularly that, to a certain extent, you know, at some point I've got to stand up and put my money where my mouth is. Hopefully that will be right now. Now, I hate to do this, but just to ensure that Monty doesn't die, I will spend a rope here to trigger this arrow trap. Recall that Monty had already been hit twice. So I'm going to try to take this arrow with me. And that is a reasonably okay first floor, mostly because we got the extra health and the extra bomb bag, which is, you know, not necessarily exciting, not necessarily game-breaking, but it does go a long way, especially when our money was not necessarily as high as I would like it to be right off the bat. Now, climbing gloves, spring shoes, and a cape in there. If I saw correctly, this might not work, actually. Okay, it worked. There's space. But can I actually platform over there? Is there a... Oh, man. This is a weird situation. I don't know if I can... No, I couldn't. Okay. So that was just a total waste of a bomb, and I apologize for that. The cape is already too expensive. It's $12,000, but I will buy the climbing gloves. The climbing gloves are kind of like, you know, increased mobility. They obviously have a literal effect, which is quite obvious, of allowing you to climb on the walls, but additionally, they give you the ability to kind of move vertically and laterally throughout the level. I think it's exceptionally important, so we are going to do this. Canada Post or Purelator deciding that it's time to spoil my focus in true Dark Souls terms and deliver some sort of package here. Little did they know I'm sitting in here playing Spelunky in my underwear, so the joke's going to be on them pretty shortly. Hopefully Kate will have that handled. Anyway, so gold situation still... Oh, we need to get out of there. That spider could be a real problem. Gold situation is kind of really bad right now, and, you know, it's too early to say that it's, like, borderline unsavable, because, you know, we do need to hit that 50,000 mark so that we can get the Ankh early. You know, if we got a Matic or something, we could pretty easily turn it around. The only thing I worry about is if we end up running into levels that do not have the Matic, we might run into problems. But anyway, there's more bombs. We are still only at 10,000 at the end of the second floor, or near the end of the second floor, and we don't have the Ujat Eye either. So to a certain extent, I think this has been a great seed for explosives, kind of a terrible seed for our actual finances so far. But in just a second, I will go down to level 3, and we will see if just about anything could possibly turn us around here. So I'm going to take the gold for sure. I'm going to jump on the scorpion, and we will also toss the scorpion down here into the arrow trap. There you go. Always helps when you use the game against itself. So we'll continue moving on through here. We have a bomb bag there. I don't really know if I should use some ropes to sort this out, but what I could do is toss a rock straight up and try to knock some of the gold bars down. I don't think that works. Gold is, like, weirdly exempt from the physics sometimes in the game. So that's yet another 1,500 gold that, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use. But there is another bomb bag down here and some more ropes. I kind of am not interested in that. So I'll just knock this scorpion. Scorpion physics are weird, too. They kind of bounce around a little too much. What do we have in that package, Kate? What is it? Alright, I guess it's drugs or something, apparently, judging by the secretive nature. Thankfully, that sapphire did not hit that dog, and we actually are starting to get pretty nice sum of money here. Though, if I regret anything, it will probably be my bonitis. No, but it would probably actually be the fact that I didn't pick up that extra bomb bag. Bombs, so valuable. Apparently sapphires just cannot hit Monty, which is fantastic for me, obviously. Yeah, because picking up 3 extra bombs I actually think would be really nice. Here's the real question for us. I think I can, anger him and then throw that bomb up there, and hopefully the spider will jump right into it, and that's exactly how that shit went down. That was frightening, but it ended up working out okay. And we actually have picked up a decent amount of money on this floor, at least, in the 10,000-ish range. Hopefully we can get some more by the end. We still do not have the Ujat Eye. But in general, my new Spelunky philosophy, it's not who dares wins, it's not better safe than sorry, it's just play consistently and make kind of conservative risks, or take conservative risks that can help you out but not really endanger your life too much. For example, if there's 500 gold right before a spike, maybe don't worry about it too much if it's going to be a major risk for you to pick it up. But if there's 500 gold and there's like a reasonable degree of obstacles around you, maybe that would end up being worth it depending on your skill and your chances. But the way you should play Spelunky changes with your aptitude as well. If you're not very good, not very experienced at Spelunky, helps to be a little bit more conservative. And if you're better, probably helps to be a little bit more aggressive. So we are going to be, we're going to fit the bill here and be a little bit more aggressive because, well, not necessarily saying I'm good at Spelunky, of course, but we are going to make some moves here to, you know what? This is risky. This arrow could cause me to fall on the spikes. We are going to make some moves here that might make it possible. Yes, this is exactly what I was hoping for. This makes it possible for us to get this key. And you know what? There's 2 crates up here. I think there's a way that I can use 1 bomb to get both crates because I do have the climbing gloves. I might have to use a rope to swing it as well. Please, key, don't fall on me. Okay, that was kind of close. All right, 2 crates up here. These could be enormous. Matic is huge and more bombs. I'm totally A-okay with that. So we're going to try to just carry the Matic with us for now because it could potentially be worth more later than it is right now. Once we get the Ujat Eye, we can obviously see where gems are. So that's my main focus there. But I am going to pick up the Matic straight away, and I'm going to use it to get Monty. This is a major floor for us, in case you didn't notice. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time doing a number of different things. So first things first, we're going to get the... Well, the glasses actually are going to allow us to mine a little bit more effectively. I guess the next most important thing for us to do is find this treasure chest as soon as possible. And there it is down there. So it's just a couple of Matic plays. I can get it as soon as possible. It's definitely entirely plausible that I don't need to use the Matic to get to it, but this is basically just to guarantee myself a Matic as soon as is humanly possible. And is this guy going to jump at me? He probably will. I would if I were him, so there we go. And maybe we'll just kind of, I don't know, throw him over here for now. That was not a good throw. But we'll sacrifice all those dudes at the altar as well, just to get ourselves some extra possible Kapala leverage, I suppose. But we're getting very close to when we're probably going to want to finish this floor off. But with, carrying the Matic down to the next floor, if we end up doing that, he's dead, should put me in a position, oh, god damn it, where, I can get enough health anyway. So the Kapala should be very close to coming out. The real question is, where is the exit here? Must be, I was worried about that, must be kind of over on this side. Never fear yet. We have found the exit, and in fact, I'm just going to platform up here. This is kind of a close call. I wouldn't recommend necessarily doing this at home, but that worked out okay for me. So we're just going to go through there. A little bit harrowing. That was the 4th floor? Yeah, it was. Okay, and we're only at 33,000 gold. We have a lot of bombs, though, and we have the Matic, which means we can get a lot more money. So I think our financial situation should be okay. I'll try to use this Matic exclusively to pick up gems. But, all we really need is, like, 1 idol as well, in addition to some gems. I was really hoping... What do we have in here? Bomb box. I would love to buy those. I was really hoping that I would... Oh, no! Oh, no. That was really bad play on my part. Alright, so we're gonna die, but we'll start again. What I was thinking was that the Boomerang Man would get stunned when I broke the Tiki Trap. So that was, I died, but at least I died in a way that gave me a fragment of more information. And that fragment was, Boomerang Men don't get stunned when you destroy the ground beneath them. At least not directly beneath them. I don't know. That was weird. I really thought I was in an okay position there. That's alright, though. That's a bad way to die, but at least it wasn't on a daily challenge. So, my unfortunate lack of skill is not on display for everybody to see. We'll just move on. That was a good run. I'm sad to see it go, but it was, I guess it wasn't meant to be. There's a crate there. There may be a way for me to get it. There may not be, though, so I'm not going to stress out too much. Another, you know, central tenet of my Spelunky play lately has been like, you know, go for every advantage that's possible, but if it's not really feasible, don't stress out about it, you know. One crate is unlikely to make the difference between success and failure, although, admittedly, sometimes it is. Now, here's a question. 2 bombs to access this crate. I think we can get it for 1 bomb in just a second. There's a lot of gold over here, so I don't want to just leave it by the wayside. This should be the bottom for us. Now, the good news is, Easy Damsel, in fact, one of the easiest damsels we've ever had. Easy Damsel, doesn't that sound like she would do a guest verse on a rap jam? Particularly maybe a summer anthem. Could be like a Kanye West featuring Fat Joe in his comeback record, and Easy Damsel. I don't know. I like it. We're going to put our bomb here, which should, if it works properly, make the crate fall directly on top of us. Oh, no! Alright, you know what? We're gonna get a little funky here, which should scare you. It scares me. Alright, that actually worked. Hands up if you thought that was actually gonna work itself out. We got more ropes as a result, which is bad. And, you know, I could do it again and try to get to this crate, which honestly, at this point, seems like it might not be the worst idea, but it might actually be the worst idea. So maybe we should just cut our losses. We're at 15,000. We got a damsel. We're low on bombs, and that's really shitty. But at the very least, we're still doing okay here. 15,000 is the main thing that we want to take advantage of here on the first floor. But it does suck that we're down to 2 bombs. I was hoping that, of course, we would get, you know, a bomb bag or a bomb box out of that crate, but no such luck. Okay, 7,000 for the Matic. 4,000 for the spike shoes. I'm going to buy both of those, and, you know, that's what happens when you end up getting a little bit more money. Oh, that was so stupid. That's what happens when you end up getting a little bit more money than you expected on an early floor, is that it gives us these items that we can use to hopefully great effect on later floors. So we are going to mine the bejesus out of this Matic. Now, again, I did stress earlier that, you know, the Matic works best, shall we say, when you have the Ujat Eye and you can see the gems. But it's not actually, like, necessary to have the Ujat Eye to get good use out of the Matic. There's more bombs for us. Like, if I just focus on getting gold, I should still be able to quite easily pay for the 7,000 of the Matic and then some with bells on. I'm going to try to focus for these big gold chunks, if at all possible, especially if they're very close and cause me to only have to use the Matic once or twice. That was almost really bad damage on my part. Other nice thing about the Matic, of course, is that it saves us a ton of bombs, so I'm very pleased about that. We will be on the lookout for the, I was going to say the Ujat Eye blinking, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We are, really thought I could clear in there. Bad fundamentals so far, but, I think we'll still be able to pick up a decent amount of gold here. Monty is going to be easy to get later. There's some okay mining opportunities in here. Each one of these only gives us 300, so we'd have to do this like 20 times in order to get the Matic to pay for itself. But we've already gotten some gems, I feel, and some decent gold kind of bullion as well. And I guess moreover, we got the bombs, which is the most important part of this. Now, where's that spider? I can't see, so I'm just going to get the sticky stuff. That is a low bomb, but I think it should still work. Yep, it was kind of close. But there's some extra gold for us. There's tons of bullion down here, but I want to make sure that I get the damsel because I have been playing pretty poorly with respect to not taking damage. How am I going to get over? We're going to have to possibly break the Matic to make this happen. And we're definitely going to have to use a rope. But, you know, this is a fair trade. It's essentially 1 rope for the damsel in this situation. And we're going to get a little gold out of it as well. And we're going to get Monty, which is the most important part of that whole equation. And we're back to 20,000 already, so we've earned a lot on this floor, especially considering we spent so much. So we'll also... okay, well, the ghost is going to come over on this side. So it's totally feasible for me to pick up that gold right there. And, you know, that's another factor in my Spelunky play lately. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Just got to be a little bit more cautious. But apart from that, don't let it stop you from... farming up some deliciousness. So we are up to 22,800, which is about halfway to 50,000. Considering we spent so much money, that's a nice boost for us. I'm going to buy the climbing gloves, and you know what? I'm going to buy the bomb box as well. So now, again, we fall down to about 3,000 gold, which is obviously, you know, not necessarily where I want to be from a financial standpoint. But by the same token, we have a lot of... I gotta get out of here. Oh my god, thank god that arrow trap had already been triggered. Bad damage for me, but that's okay. I do have the spike shoes as well, and this... Ooh, if there's a damsel close by... Let me look up for a second. This is going to be another floor, which I imagine is going to take me a long time. But as a result of me having the spike shoes, I should be able to kill these spiders pretty easily. Like, if I jump on him... Yeah, it's going to take us 3 or 4 hits. And, you know, it sucks that the spider web is there, because that makes things even more difficult. But... Oh, okay, good. These guys do, like, 3 or 4 damage each, so I've got to be very cautious with that. If I break this one, then he'll fall on the arrow trap, and that should hurt him. And one more. I don't want to do this for all the spiders, but this does help me get a little bit of my money back. Oh, these webs are so annoying. Come over this way, please. Thank you. There we go. We could also, you know, because we have so many bombs, we might just want to do this a couple of times. Trading bombs for money in this situation seems totally a-okay with me. The main reason I'm getting a little bit anxious, we're spending a lot of time, and, it's completely feasible that the Ujadai will be on this level, and I definitely do not want to leave it behind. So, let's pick up some more gold, shall we? And, I definitely don't want to forget about the Matic. But I do want to make sure... You know, we kind of have to hit, like, 30,000 on this floor if that's going to justify, if that's going to justify the amount of resources that I put in. I guess I'm not going to sacrifice Monty. Instead, I'll just be okay with it. Okay, so there are probably some more gold bars or chunks for us to get. That spider's obviously pretty pissed. Baby spider's annoying, but otherwise not too risky. I don't know what I was thinking there. That could have easily ended in my demise. Now I don't... Oh my god, I slipped. I was trying to get the... I pressed down to try to get the Matic, and very bad play so far. I think maybe... Let's just focus on the simplicity... The fundamentals, if you will. It's trying to get hit by that spider. For whatever reason, it seems like when it comes to a daily challenge, like, my Spelunky foo is honed. I am ready to go. It's kind of like I got something to prove. Whereas, I guess when I do an adventure now, I'm just like, herp derp, just another adventure. Nobody's gonna think I'm good if I beat this one. I don't know, man. It's a weird psychological disconnect. And believe you me, to have not escaped from even the jungle yet is a disappointment for me after, you know, off-camera and stream runs in which I fairly regularly, thank you, fairly regularly get to the City of Gold. So we're going to try to rectify that very, very shortly with this last run right here. And I say last run because if it's, in all likelihood, it will be over like 2 or 3 minutes, then we'll probably stop the video. Now, it could be 80 minutes, for that matter. But for now, let's just focus on the positive, which is we're starting a new run. Clean slate, fresh and clean. As Big Boy and Andre 3000 said, to steal one of Josh's favorite references. One of a lot of people's favorite references, actually. And, you know, first floor here, not been that fantastic. I'll acquiesce. We did get a triple kill with that, though. And now the floor is actually turning around quite nicely. It looks like we're going to be around 14,000, maybe. We'll also get the damsel, and all is not lost. 13,300. We'll take our damsel to the exit. Was there gold down here that I could get? I don't think so. And hey, you know, I guess that's why you go over to that other side of the floor on occasion. That is a, like, procedurally generated area that is quite nice. And usually, not usually, but sometimes it has crates in it, which are, of course, even better. And now let's make the same mistake we always make and start spending far too much money. That is a bomb box that I've just purchased. I love the compass as an item as well. It's kind of like the cape, where it doesn't necessarily hit peak usefulness until you get to the ice caves. But it's nice to buy it in the early game, because then it, you know, obviously costs less than when you buy it in the late game. Now, is it worth using a rope to get up here? Probably not. But I'm going to do it nonetheless, just in case there's extra... Well, there is extra gold. There's not a lot of extra gold, though. And there's also a possibility that I could use a... Oh, let's do this right. First things first, we can definitely trigger this arrow trap with this guy right here. If I could just... If you could just fall off, I would be very happy, because this is just a waste of my time at this point. One bomb to get there doesn't seem that worthwhile for me. So, Let's make it down here. We are still only on the second floor, so we got lots of time to kind of work our way back up from gold. But, you know, paying 1,000 gold or $1,000 per bomb is a pretty nice trade, considering every bomb is likely to get you more than simply 2 gold bars worth of value, you know? If you kill Anubis, that's more than 2 gold bars worth of value. If you murder a shopkeeper that would have otherwise murdered you, yeah, you're definitely, you know, ahead of the game, I would say. We're going to need more ropes to get Monty down there as well, so I don't want to waste too many of these ropes. Maybe we'll get some more here. Yeah, fantastic. That was actually one of those rare situations where I wouldn't necessarily say I preferred ropes, but I welcomed ropes versus bombs. And again, if we could finish this floor close to 15,000, I would maybe be okay, but it looks like we're going to be under 10, which is the age I was in 4th grade, but also not potentially the greatest confidence building wealth to be at halfway through the mines. That being said, if we encounter a Matic level, i.e. a snake pit, I would be a happy camper. And you know what? We have enough bombs to start making progress this way and, you know, maybe picking up a little extra gold in exchange for the plethora of bombs that we have so far. In fact, there might even be a way up to this kind of treasure trove area here. I don't have paste though, so it would have to be another pretty miraculous bomb throw, like the one I did earlier, and that's okay. I just don't want to walk on the spikes by accident. Those have kind of been my Achilles heel for a while here. Okay, now, is there any way up here easily? Not really, but sort of. Like, this bomb plus a rope should make it possible for me to get up here. And it looks... God damn it. One of these days I'll learn. With sticky stuff, it's 100 times easier, but we don't have sticky stuff yet. So instead, we'll just waste a bomb. Luckily, we have enough. And that was one of those rare situations where the bomb was definitely not worth 1,000 gold I paid for it. That being said, let's move onwards here. So there's nothing in that pot. I tried to move out of the way. Rest assured, I saw it coming. And of course, there's sticky stuff down here now. Rest assured, I saw what could happen there. I just didn't... I mean, I planned accordingly. It's just my best laid plans didn't necessarily work out for me. Now, 16,300. We are up to 17,500 now. I really want to be at 30,000 by the end of this floor. It's unlikely to happen, but it would make me a very happy man. There is a lot of stuff over there that would potentially make me a happy man as well. Is there a damsel over here? Because I could just be persuaded to believe it the beaver levels of happy. Whether that is fake or not, that pot is probably not worth the rope I'd have to spend. How about this, though? Is it worth spending a... Oh, we don't even have to spend a rope. We do have to deal with this scorpion, though, and that's going to be a problem. Alright, so we'll knock him down there. You know how I know that we didn't need to use a rope? Because we had a very similar setup to this on one of the daily challenges that we did on our stream. And I think Nick and I used a rope, and Josh laughed at us. So... You know, again, Spelunky is all about the gradual accumulation of knowledge, I would say. We're up to 25,000, 3 floors in. The real question is the Ujat Eye available on this floor? It's been a long time since I've accidentally left the Ujat Eye. A long time off camera, anyway. I don't know what the timeline is on these uploads. So I'd be very disappointed. I guess it could have technically been on the upper side there on that last run, which would be very unfortunate for me. Obviously, this is worth a bomb. And we'll be able to get Monty as a result, but we're not going to get him just yet because it doesn't quite matter yet. Alright, the snake has been killed. Now, don't get hit by this arrow trap. Oh, man. Oh, no, okay. The chest is on his floor. That was bad platforming for me, is what I wanted to get at there. So it should be an easy chest to get. The real question is, where's the key? We still have another level downwards. I guess I had to throw that rope anyway just to get Monty, but we're going to be hoping to pick up, again, I'd love to be in the 40,000 range at the end of this floor. Whether or not that's going to be possible remains to be seen. There's the key, so it's in a great situation. We'll try to just throw this chest kind of down near the exit. Like so. There, it's right next to the key, so when we go to the exit, we'll just pick it up. For now, let's go farm some gold. Again, 40,000 will put us in a really nice position with 11 bombs, 7 ropes, and, well, actually we'll... no, we'll still have 7 ropes. I thought I had to use one to get Monty here, but no such luck for them, I guess. Yeah, so I guess we'll just start on the bottom here. And if the bats don't trigger yet, I would be very... God damn it. Okay, so Monty, you get down here. Grown-ups have to deal with a little bit of rodent problem. What are bats anyway? They're not marsupials, of course. I don't think they're marsupials anyway. Are they flying rodents? I don't know. I don't know the genus. Not like I have a Bachelor of Science in biology or anything like that. Okay, so we are basically exactly where I wanted to be. That's 40,000. Gonna take this rope with me. We got the Ujat Eye. 11 bombs, 5 ropes. Sorry, 11 bombs, 6 health, 7 ropes. Let's see if we can find the black market, which is the bare minimum kind of qualifier for me to consider myself to have had success. And also, you know, unlike our other runs, we have very few items here that can really make me feel confident about our chances. I knew that I was going to get hit there. I'm just lucky it didn't kind of turn into a worse situation. I definitely want to get the idol. It's basically free money, and it's enough money to buy the Ankh. Or to take me to the money I need to buy the Ankh, at least. So we're just going to watch out for this asshole, who has been our Everest so far. Now, voila. Okay, Skeleton Man is going to be an issue as well. It's okay, though. There is an altar, which is excellent, actually. Just play it cool here. Learning how to deal with tiki traps, another fundamental aspect that will improve your Spelunky play, even though I do still sometimes get killed by them. So we're going to look for our damsel down here, because if we can find him, we can sacrifice him at the altar. And, you know, spending another rope to make it happen wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Alright, so we've saved ourselves a little bit of problem there. I also want to use a rope because I want to take the idol to the exit. That should be a no-brainer, though, at this point. And, well, it looks like it might be impossible for us to get the damsel. I don't know where it is. So instead, let's take care of these things here. So I'm going to sacrifice a couple of bodies up at the altar, and then we'll be good to go. I don't know how many dudes are actually alive. This is a scary altar situation as well. It's right in the middle of Tiki Trap hell, but anything that we can get to get us closer to the Kapala is fantastic. So at least Kali is slightly happy with me. And we could sacrifice the altar there as well. It's just not worth it, though. Well, now I've done it. You don't do what I just did. Oh, actually, it ended up working out totally fine. We're still gonna have to use a rope, I think, to make it happen. Yeah, I might as well. Rather use a rope than a bomb. And, you know, one rope for 10,000 gold is a pretty nice trade, but getting that 500 gold bar wasn't really worth it. Oh, I really hoped that I would kill the piranha there. Okay, instead we're going to jump in the water. And I didn't get hit by the piranha, and that was just to get another 625 gold. That was too risky. I would not recommend you do what I did there. But hey, there's an extra 10,000 for us, so we are at 56,000. We're at a half hour into the video. May we possibly get to the very first indicator that I know what I'm doing in Spelunky, the black market. It's still up in the air for sure. Oh, the black market's definitely on this level. I saw the blinking. Monkey is the worst. We're just going to take care of these enemies, just to make sure that we're safe. So I want to see where the blinking starts most prevalently. It's up here somewhere, I think. Yeah, it's pretty frequent here, so I'm going to drop a bomb here, and then 2 bombs will probably allow us to find it. Yeah, it looks like it's right down here. So I'll pop another one there, and then there's going to be another free idol for us, which is a really nice pickup. But I don't want to get it yet, because I can also get the damsel for only limited time price of another bomb and rope. But that's not really worth it, I think, weirdly enough, except for the fact that there's a ruby down here, and a sapphire. But that sapphire is kind of a risky pickup. Okay, I'm just thinking, do I want to use a bomb to get a damsel here? It's probably worth it, but I don't want to deal with those tiki traps, and I don't want to try to platform out of there with the spikes. So instead, I'm just going to take the idol, which will be another 10,000. We'll be at like 70,000. Maybe I can get Monty this way in a slightly easier situation. Yeah, slightly easier. There's just a man-eating piranha plant, and you know what? Let's just, you know, cut our losses right here. It's actually cut our gains. We're in a pretty good situation. If I can get another 10,000 and there's a jetpack for sale, we could pick that up, and that would put us in a fantastic position. I've got to buy something, though. Spike shoes, compass. Man, there's a lot of bombs for sale. It always seems like there's a lot of bombs for sale. And you know what? We could use them, in all honesty. But Matic, bare minimum, we have to get, if we can't get a jetpack or a cape, we should get spike shoes. Okay, let's just buy the Ankh here. We should get spike shoes, compass, bomb box, and climbing gloves. Okay, that's scary. Now, just throw this without hitting myself. That actually worked out well. Surprisingly. Okay, so what did I say? Climbing gloves, spike shoes, compass. Climbing gloves are 12,000. And bomb box is like 12,000 as well. Is there good enough value on this floor to pick up the Matic? Bombs are probably more important than spike shoes, because spike shoes show up so regularly. Well, let's just take a look down here. I could, you know, always murder all the shopkeepers, as everybody wants me to do, but I don't think that's the right decision in this situation. There's another, like, 1,000 gold down here. I'm just doing a quick survey of what we've got on the bottom. I think I'm just going to need to buy a bomb box, in all honesty. Compass is obviously fantastic as well, but the bombs have so much kind of usefulness that I have to pick them up. Oh, it's 15,000. All right, never mind then. Maybe we'll get spike shoes and compass then if I can afford both of them. And we'll just hope to find some more bombs at some point. Compass is 6,000. Spike shoes are 6,000, so we have 175 gold remaining. Very lucky, I guess. I say I guess because I still didn't get nearly what I wanted on this floor. One jetpack would have compensated for all of this, of course. And I probably could have, if I'd come down here earlier, gotten enough gold to get everything. Not everything, but the bomb box. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not like the bomb box is going to save us. We can always find bombs. We can always find all these other items as well. It's just kind of a little bit more unlikely. Bombs are a pretty ubiquitous drop, much like a dubstep song or something. Now, come out over here. This frog's going to be a pain in the dick. Okay, we're all right then. And, of course, just don't freak out. This exit is kind of hard. I'm going to throw a bomb just to simplify it. We could probably platform in there, don't get me wrong. But I just think it's a situation where it's better to be safe than sorry. So we did pick up the Ankh there, and some half-decent items. We have a boomerang for a little bit of added offense, I suppose. And now we'll try to make some good stuff happen. Can't necessarily guarantee success. This is a real shitty situation. In fact, I think I might need to use another bomb to murder this man. It also takes care of the tiki trap. I could have jumped down there and tried to hit him with the boomerang before he hit me, but that was kind of the reasoning that got me into a lot of trouble on the last run. So we're not really looking for anything on this floor anymore, but I will still do some exploration. Getting more health obviously wouldn't be the end of the world. He is dead. Alright, that was good whipping. Yeah, getting more health would be great. I would be a very happy camper. That was kind of a scary situation with that explosive frog. But for now, I'm just going to focus on survival, and we'll get to the ice caves, and hopefully at that point... You know what would be awesome? It would be awesome to get a shotgun, just randomly, without having to murder the shopkeepers. That would then allow me to get the jetpack if we got a psychic presence level. So there's a lot of ifs in this situation right now, don't get me wrong. The only question is, you know, will they show up? Probably not, but Spelunky's not necessarily always a game of probablys, is it? So, could have easily jumped in the tiki trap there and put myself in a terrible situation. Want to get this monkey to jump first so I can do something like that. This is all to check and see if there is a damsel over here, which there's not. Okay, that's kind of surprising. I've missed a lot of damsels so far. And, you know, I guess the other thing that I would want to pick up is the Kapala. This would put us with a much better chance of success, and we're just going to leave. So that time I didn't want to waste a bomb because I'd already spent 2 since the black market. But anyway, we're on the ice caves. We have the compass, wet fur is the worst of all possible levels, but also the greatest of all saxophone parts, so it's okay. It's a reasonable trade. Lots of explosions, of course, by way of these UFOs. And, you know, the explosions are one-hit kills, so we gotta be pretty cautious about those. Mostly, though, I just want to make sure I'm getting the fuck out of the way when we encounter that angry Sasquatch dude, who should be probably down there. Which is bad, because I want to kill this guy right here. Okay, so we got a sapphire as a result of that. Okay, there's the Sasquatch dude, so we're just going to stay the F away. If he decides... Oh, my boomerang is down in Spike Land. There's definitely still ways for us to get that boomerang. The only question is whether we want to risk it, because it would definitely be a risk. Alright, so we'll jump on him. Sasquatch dude is on screen right now, which always worries me. But there's a little extra gold for us. I'm going to... Oh, this isn't the exit. The exit's up here. Oh my god, look at this nightmare up here. Just get out. This is not worth it. I don't think the statue was on this level. It can only be on the 2nd or 3rd levels, I think, anyway. And finally, towards the end of this video, we are putting together a half-decent Spelunky run. This is music I haven't heard in a while. I like it. Now, come down here, and we're gonna run. Okay. And we are still trying to get gold. This is not because I want to be, you know, a high score maven or anything like that. It's just if we get another shot. Hey, there's the compass, so I kind of wish I didn't buy that now. Would have just rather bought bomb boxes, I suppose, but you can't know that going in. So, I guess I am hoping that we come across a shopkeeper, and the shopkeeper gives us a chance to get the jetpack. I mean, we could also make do with climbing. Okay, so we want to die on this level. We could also make do with climbing gloves and cape. Don't get me wrong. That is like a reasonable facsimile to a jetpack, but it's not quite the same. So we are going to try to take our damsel to the exit here, unless there's an altar that I could sacrifice him at. This is, we're caught between a rock and a hard place to a certain extent here. Get out of the way, UFO. And then, oh, come on. I could also, I mean, I could easily use a bomb to just get out of here safely. Question is, do I want to do that? And the answer is no. Okay. So we're going to get out of here reasonably easily. And I don't see an altar, so I may just drop Monty down here. But I kind of worry that I have to take him to the exit just to ensure he gets there. You know, if we lose all of our remaining health, it doesn't really matter. That's 5,000 gold in gold bars is a pretty substantial haul there. That's really nice. Now we're just going to take a look up here. I see some gold, but, you know, it's not the most important thing in the world to us right now. Yeah, we're going to do some kind of platforming here that is a little bit nuts. And I think at this point I can just drop Monty off and then jump to my death. Again, if I take some fall damage here, it doesn't really matter. So we'll jump to our death, and this will proc the Ankh, which if I just take my hands off the controller so I don't actually accidentally leave before I get to hedge it. That's good news. I also took a clandestine sip of my coffee there, which you may or may not have noticed. And so far, so good. Make no mistakes, this is not the best run that I've ever had when it comes to trying to get to the City of Gold. By any stretch of the imagination, is it the best run I've ever had. It's not even close. We're lacking bombs, in my opinion. We're certainly lacking some kind of fall control in the form of a jetpack or a parachute. We have the compass. We have the spike shoes, both of which I consider pretty nice. But, you know, are those items going to be what we're going to look for to carry us through to the end of the game? Unlikely. We also have no idea when we can get a Kapala, if we can get a Kapala, I guess I should say. But apart from that, you know, I've got a plucky attitude and I've got a chip on my shoulder because I started this run so poorly. And at this point, you know, with the sticky stuff and 7 bombs, killing Anubis shouldn't be a problem. Killing Anubis 2 might be a real goddamn issue because usually I spend like 10 or 15 bombs on the temple in the City of Gold just to get the scepter and then the Necronomicon. So, if I had to guess how this run ends so far, and I apologize. Oh, I threw that bomb completely by accident. That was just me hitting the B button. I apologize for being defeatist already. I'm not necessarily being defeatist. I'm just saying, you know, these are our shortcomings right now. If I had to suggest how this run ends, it's likely that, okay, that was really good, actually. It's likely that, in my opinion, it'll just be us trying to kill Anubis or Anubis 2 without having the weaponry really required to do so. So I'm going to pick up some more money. There's always the chance, I guess, that we could find some more shopkeepers. And with 66,000 gold, 68,000 now, almost close to the perfect number, I could potentially buy lots of bombs. I have the money, I guess, to buy a jetpack and bombs at this point. It's a shame that we're not going to be able to just get a jetpack normally. Is that level 3 or 4? That was level 3, right? Yeah, so we got one more Ice Caves level. We'll see if we get a shop here. It would be very nice. Okay, so first things first. I was taking a sip of my coffee, but I'm very pleased that the Vault Keeper, the thief, if you will, didn't get angered there. And he easily could have, by way of the fact that all of those mines kind of exploded on top of him. I know I'd be pretty pissed about it. Now, we are on thin ice here. It's actually kind of thick ice, which is nice, but we'll see what's in this crate. It's more ropes. Obviously, that was not what I was looking for, but I guess from a positive standpoint, I spent ropes to get there, so at the very least, it paid out. Now, this is kind of a risky call, but it actually worked out okay for us. We're gonna murder these. Oh, that's gonna do it. I'm very sorry. I thought there was no reason for me to be over there. At least we got the hedge it. That's a reasonably successful run, but certainly I'm a little bit disappointed. But as always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. The commentary felt a little bit different this time, a little bit more of like a Sunday afternoon chat. But again, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support on the series so far, and I will see you next time.